So, nothing is more valuable than education. Nothing is more important than education. Dr. Chan. And as you read already, my topic is entertainment more valuable than education and medical care. Okay. Shortly about myself, I'm 20 and a second year student of this university, and to cut it short, in the next 10 minutes we're going to dive into my topic. So here we go. And my answer is, of course, yes. Could there be more valuable direction? It's necessary to develop every field, but one of the most important is education and medicine. The pandemic has once again taught us that without doctors, we could not achieve great achievements with low medicine at all. And this begs the question, what should we pay attention to in order to develop medicine in the first place? Absolutely. This is education. In order to produce high-level experienced medical personnel, we must first create conditions for quality education. Nowadays, every government focuses a similar dilemma. How they would use their finite resources in the best way. Ways that they should spend the money on recreational and sport facilities or on educational and health care remains a controversial issue. As I said earlier, with a poor quality medicine, we cannot hope for a long and bright future. And this depends on education. Medical care is essential for the special well-being of a country, particularly of an underdeveloped country. By receiving education, children from impoverished families can shake off the poverty, climb high on social ladder, and live better off. As you can see, there is a picture of Barack Obama at his great mother's house in Kenya. He also was born as we, as an ordinary person, as we as humans, and then he became the 44th President of the United States. And moreover, education and healthcare systems are sustained to the development and stability of the government. And that is not to say that entertainment facilities have no redeeming feature. In the hierarchy of human needs, those needs for food, shelter, and health are among the basic. After these targets are attained, people turn to higher aspiration, entertainment and recreation. Leisure facilities like stadiums or theaters satisfy people's need on those fields. A game between one's motherland and visiting country can raise people's sense of national pride and ethnical unity. A cinema brings artistic pleasure to everyone. Do you know the fact that if the government is at the bottom of education, the intelligent people of the country often leave their land? This fact is undeniable, but it doesn't mean that it cannot be correct. There's always a solution, especially on my way. If you glance at another thing, the smart people also in developed countries, they are not natives, they're immigrants. They came from another country. One little example is the person who you all know is Alibek, the multi-billionaire. He is Uzbek, he was born in Uzbekistan, but he doesn't live in Uzbekistan. And there is a question, why? Why do they leave their own country? To become rich? Honestly, from my point of view, I think that they acknowledge that in that country where they born, they could not achieve great achievements. So long story short, the solution is that if the government focuses on education and create more opportunities for those on this field, I believe from the bottom of my heart, it would be justified. So often I can give an example of Singapore, which is now a very developing country. How fast do you think they developed inside speed? Not many people even know about the existence of this country in the past 10 years. Let's if you're not a geographer, of course. First of all, they started to clean up corruption in educational sphere. Right, that you would not be how much you pay attention to investigate on education if it's mired in corruption. It would be hard to say it, and that means that we are going in the wrong way. You have to start by cleaning it up first. Education and hospital. On the one hand, it's necessary to allocate money for education. So the budget is divided into parts, and it's not always possible to bet everything on education. For example, everyone wants to have a rest after hard working studying during the week, distract from worldly affairs. Daily in our lives, when a person works or studies during a week, he wants to spend time on weekends in place of entertainment. For example, we students on weekends we want to go out for a walk, eat out, or distract from 6-7 classes, or gathering with friends and play football. Or to say trust, to have a deep rest on the bed during the day. Shocking, everything's my control. Well, on the other hand, from the point of view of the state economy, the construction of education and medical systems will only cost the budget. That is, there will be no revenue. That is, it's say that it will suffer, so easy. Right, that it will be definitely useful for nation, but the money will go from the budget. For instance, hospitals often will be free. Some people who has a need of social protection, maybe. And education is also the same. The education of young people and children are free. But if the government opens a variety of entertainment venues, there will be paid services certainly, which can benefit the state economy. Plus, it's more effective for humans too, for us. It says that the less you work, the higher your work rate, as well as we have a need for rest. In Europe itself, the working and studying hours are low. However, a somewhat similar system exists in Japan, and the process of this system is inemuri. The process of sleeping at work in the middle of work. And of course, in schools and working places, there's a special time in the middle of work to take a nap. And what do you think that is for? Think about it. It affords the quality of your work and education. Have you ever noticed that in developed countries, both sides are at high level? For example, New York, America. They are good at education, healthcare, and there are very good places of entertainment to have some rest. Also, but you should not forget the first thing is not to build entertainment venues. Primarily, to start with focusing on education and healthcare. Firstly, it's obvious that the medical care and educational system are the critical position in terms of basic human needs, like air and food. If people living in modern society would not at least survive, not to mention life comfortably. Therefore, the authority should shoulder responsibilities to give priority to invest more in related industries to enhance social welfare system. Whereas recreational facilities are not as urgent as hospitals or schools.